Hey everyone, welcome back to MC Plays. Today we've got Herbology class, and we had to talk to Natty out there, which is why we're not even at Hogwarts. But I feel like this is a good opportunity to talk about YouTube and content creation, or me regarding YouTube and content creation. So I started this YouTube channel more of a passion thing to keep me on track, to keep me honest to finish games. Because I had a bad track record starting games and not finishing, but also in a kind of like a loop where I would, I guess, get obsessed with like min-maxing character builds and stuff. And I was like, oh, I messed up my character build. I need to restart the game. And then I'd do that so often that I'd never actually make any progress in the main quest. So yeah, that's kind of why I started doing YouTube as a way to combat that. So I make gaming content on just playthroughs, let's plays, whatever you prefer to call them. I do get inspired by other YouTubers where I kind of get my style from. I won't drop any names except for the random Albino. I'll name drop him because he's a friend and he does Rainbow Six Siege content. He's pretty good at it. You should go check him out. So my idea is that I'm just playing the games that I own now because I don't want to spend money on games because I got a backed up library of games I haven't finished. So I'm going to use YouTube as a way to finish those. I guess my favorite part about doing YouTube is the learning experience because I'm still finding my way sort of thing. There's a lot of things to learn about. Some challenges that I face is probably learning as well because I did some things and found out that I didn't want to do it like that. So I guess changing, adapting, that's kind of been the challenge, and I stay motivated by not watching analytics because they demotivate me. So whatever happens, and I edit my own videos. I'm like a one-man show. I record the gameplay, play the games, and edit. Yeah, my editing's I'm not an awesome editor, but I am still learning those things as well. And I don't have a webcam or anything like that, just a mic, controller, keyboard, mouse. Computer specs aren't that good enough for 1080p, which is what I play my games at, which kind of works well with YouTube, because 1080p is like the standard, I guess. I know with gaming content, like the idea is you're supposed to like pump it out, especially if playthroughs, just play and put it up, but that's kind of like lazy editing. I prefer to take my time, tweak a few things. Also, I don't have much free time to record, so I just do it when I can. Sometimes I get lucky and I get a lot of parts done, and sometimes I don't because life gets in the way. I just do it at my own pace. Quickly before we go into Herbology class, I remember that being there. Alright, let's begin this quest. This is going to be fun. You love Herbology as a Hufflepuff.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Professor Garlick. She's definitely a Hufflepuff.
Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
I did it!
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and pat down the soil.
My mandrake's overpowered. Look how big it is. Good thing I'm also powerful. I could handle it.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting Dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Prewett, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Niamh. Nice
Revelio.
work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Quickly grab all this
Excuse me.
plant. I was about to say,
Oh,
grab all
Joel
this shit.
Sebastian.
Oh well.
And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Oh. Thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me. Here we are. Home of the Chinese Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Kill him!
Look at that. That's something they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
It's alright, I'll see you back in class. I've already looted. Yum. Wait, am I going the right way? Here, it's confusing.
That helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves. I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Herbology complete.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hair.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern.
And that completes Herbology. Thank you for watching, and if you interacted with this video, I really appreciate your support. Really means a lot.